Yo, Top Billin to ya. All right, Top Billin. A word of note here, right? So I feel like this is going to be something that's going to be annoying because I guess people didn't pay attention to this, right? Top Billin will be going to primarily NFL coverage. I said this before the combine, I believe, so maybe people forgot or they didn't see it or whatever like that. I said I was going to slowly start to change my business model to be more NFL primarily. I will still do college. It just won't be my primary focus. So if you see the NFL content, I will focus on that. Then I'll come back and hit you with some college stuff. So it's not going to be as broad as it was before, but I will do some college. I'll keep up with Florida and maybe a few other teams like that. But do not come here demanding some type of college football content and stuff like that, because you know how I get down, baby. You know I hate that type of stuff. But the reason why I'm doing that is, first of all, I want to have fun and enjoy myself when I'm doing my job. And I miss the NFL. I miss professional football. You can learn a lot from watching professional football, man. So don't ever be to where you limit yourself to just college. But I told y'all back then, though, I'm super tired of these people trying to be up in my lane and try to build their self up off of my success. You got clowns like DJ Young and all these people, whatever these guys are. These guys want to cover these teams that I cover because, first and foremost, they have no creativity whatsoever. But they want to have their stuff pop next to my stuff so it can build up their own stuff too, right? So we work quality over here. These type of guys just work quantity. They'll do 35 videos a day, don't know anything, don't know people's actual names, how to pronounce them or whatever like that. They'll go and Google and see what's popping. And then watch some other people's stuff. So I'm not with that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to move in my own lane. I want to do my own thing, build my own stuff, which you guys have seen me done here for the 2 years or whatever I've had the channel. So that's just me right there, man. Hopefully you guys still rock with your boy. I will still do college, so don't get it twisted. I will still do college, but the NFL will be my primary focus, right? But you know what I'm primarily focused on right now? These damn Florida Gators, right? So I spent the entire offseason talking about Florida, right? Couldn't have done much more. Go back, look in the archives or whatever. I said that I think this is Florida's year. It could be Florida's year to win the national championship, right? A lot of this thing is played out. Florida definitely has a shot to win the national championship this year. It is absolutely loaded. Now, they have some stuff to work on, and one of the things that I'm going to do is I need to see more games from these college teams. Didn't get a chance to see spring football. I can definitely formulate a really good opinion from seeing spring football if you guys seen what I've done the past couple of years with the Clemson stuff, the LSU stuff, in consecutive seasons there. Florida against Ole Miss. Now, listen, it's just Ole Miss. This is what people are going to do. If it's their team, we know what they say. They'll be up there. You'll have people running around and parading. People will be twerking and grown men twerking and stuff like that. Because their team beat an inferior opponent, right? But when it's someone else's team or some team that they don't like, then they'll be like, oh, it's just Ole Miss. So that's one of the things that annoys me about college football too, whatever like that. So it is what it is on that front. Florida looked fantastic, man. We're going to get into some of this stuff right here. Florida looked fantastic. We're going to keep in mind that this is Ole Miss, but Ole Miss is one of these teams that have elite offensive personnel. They put up a ton of points and yards on LSU last year, the national champion, so I'm not worried about that. Now they have perhaps the best offensive mind in the game as their coach and a lot of players on both sides of the ball. They have guys that'll be going to the NFL on defense as well, so that's why I like this performance by that man, the Trask at hand. You cannot handle the Trask at hand, right? So we can check out Kyle Trask right here. What you're going to have is kind of a bell and sync thing going on here, right? You're going to have the edge player. He's going to be sinking underneath with a belling quarterback here who's pretty much working, looks like a deep third coverage. Now, this can fool a lot of people. This is how a lot of people throw interceptions, especially if you have a guy right here like my man Jumpin' Jake right here running an out route. Somebody synced underneath that. If you're not paying attention or you're not up on your game right there, you can throw an interception. But we see Trask right here on the pool. Looks it off. He's not staring it down. Look at that. Bam. Getting Jumpin' Jake started right away. People want to be like, Murph, can you talk about Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts, what they did? Come on, man. How many Kyle Pitts content items do you want me to do, right? I've already done this. We know that Kyle Pitts is the best in the country. Him and Pat Fryermuth battling for that best, or Pat Fryermuth not playing right now with Penn State, but they're battling for the best tight end right there. So we know he's great. I want to know what he's going to do to some of these other people. Eventually, somebody's going to figure out a way to lessen what Kyle Pitts can do. Does he have the horses to still get it done? You can bet your damn bottom dollar he does. Like I said before, they're still loaded at receiver. So look at Kyle Trask right here, standing tall and talented in the pocket, which I want you to focus on his ability to manipulate this post safety here, right? He's looking at him first. This is the maturation of Kyle Trask, looking at him. Now you can see the Billin sink coverage going on right here, right? Now, normally, somebody who can't see or unable to steer, they would probably throw this right now, and you're going to throw it right to that edge player. However, what does he do? He waits. You have Dameon Pierce right here working the flats. Kyle Trask delivering accurately. Look at the product placement. Right on point to jumping Jake. Let's get it. All right, so motion to empty. One of the main factors and focus for me for Florida is obviously the offensive line. It's a little bit retooled, definitely a little bit retooled there, but not that much. A lot of the same guys coming back now. Does experience outweigh talent, right? So these guys may not be the most talented guys. Some of these guys are talented, though. Some of these young guys, maybe like a Richard Garage or a Hagee, I feel a little bit better about them than I do some of the upperclassmen. But can the experience, right? Remember, all these guys were new last year. Can the experience override that? So looked pretty good. It looked a lot better, right? So, but I know it's Ole Miss. So we'll keep that in perspective. But we see here, man, absolutely loaded to the gills going. I think this was motion to empty, right? Trayvon Grimes, looks like Xavier Henderson here, Kadarius Toney. Then you have, of course, my man Kyle Pitts right here, checkmate. So everybody wants a running quarterback or mobile quarterback. That's cool or whatever like that. I want a ball distributor. I want somebody who can distribute the ball and, if necessary, can do some stuff, get themselves out of a jam. Maybe, look, nobody open. So it's 3rd and 8, right? So you're going to run a bunch of stick routes. It was motion to empty. You got Dameon Pierce here right there. So Damien's there. It definitely was motion to empty. But nothing there, right? Just running a bunch of stick routes or some routes close to the stick that where you can get these guys the ball. Look at him flush the pocket, keep his eyes downfield. Look at it. Kyle Pitts kept working. Boom, found the void. Keep it moving. Man, I like that, man. He's adding dimensions to his game. He's not the most athletic guy in the world, but he's a pretty big cat. He's a pretty powerful cat. And he does have the willingness to get outside of the pocket and create on his own as well. So you got to give Kyle Trask some credit, man. All right, slant fade combination right here. Working with Malik Davis. Like I said, they were doing a lot of the motion to empty, man. I love Florida in the motion to empty if they can hold up with the pass protection. So Kyle Pitts being used here as pretty much a diversionary tactic. You got Malik Davis here on the fade. So this is nothing really, but I always look in terms, when I'm doing a film study, I'm thinking what could possibly be. If Malik Davis is doing what he did in the first game, albeit Ole Miss, Florida has a chance to be special because this kid has a ton of talent. He lost his confidence last year, but getting him involved like this, you had to wonder what would happen without P-Ron going there. They've proven that they have some backs that can catch. But I like this. You can see the attention right here. It's almost like, this is man coverage right here, but almost like a banjo. If you can see right here, both guys having to deal with Kyle Pitts' length here and his size because, look, boom, you bang that back to the inside right there. Kyle Pitts is in the way visually. Being able to get this here, you just never know, right? Suppose he's able to break this tackle or whatever like that. It could be Naquan Wright. It could be Dameon Pierce. I think all these guys can catch out of the backfield. But you don't have to use them in the backfield. All right, the use of snug formations, man. I really loved it last year for LSU. I think Florida can do some good things. Look at Kyle Trask up under center. Come on, Dan Mullen, the hacker, always hacking into people's defenses here. So if you look at the personnel here, this is some elite personnel in my opinion, right? Jumping Jacob Copeland here, Kyle Pitts, Kadarius Toney, Trayvon Grimes. And then Dameon Pierce back here. So with Tony's there, it's almost like having an extra running back because he has that skill set. He could very well just be a running back at the next level, and I think he would be pretty good. because of his yards after catch type stuff, right? Very physical guy, I noticed this season as well. Looks a little bulked up, but you're going to just have your regular average run-of-the-mill sweep here, but the blocking from jumping Jake Wright and the angle taken as well as Kyle Pitts here definitely leaves him a lane there for him to just create himself there. So it's a quick hitting play. Boom, look at that right there, right? So they both fan out right there. Now can you make somebody miss if you're Kadarius Toney here? And then there's a fake being written as well, right? Carry out the fake here to Dameon Pierce. Looks like it could be some type of dive play, but it's just Toney getting out on the edges. And then look, I'm going to have to run this right here. Pow! Look at that, right? Kadarius Toney giving out stool softeners. Boom, soften that man's stool, right? Now look at him. Now he's got to call up Progressive and get his insurance card and all this and that. You don't know the numbers right away. And, Kadarius Toney got away, so he wasn't able to really call his insurance company to file a claim there. But you got Stone Forsythe getting down the field. Now, here's the thing about Kadarius Toney that I said before, and people trying to compare him to Percy Harvin. Don't do that to yourself. He is not that. He is not fast like that. He's quicker than fast. He doesn't have good top-end speed to me. You can see him, boom, getting ran down. So always keep that in mind. But he's a damn talented guy, and he fits very well with the jack of all trades thing for a Dan Mullen offense. The hacker. All right, back in empty. I love it, right? Going in empty, targeting matchups, being able to find the weak link and hack into somebody's defense. Twin curls on the outside, Malik Davis, Trayvon Grimes. Going to have Kyle Pitts running an out route. Going to have an inside fade by Jacob Copeland here. Then you have your man Kadarius Toney, who you just saw taking a handoff, showing his versatility here, running a jerk route, losing the defender. Check it out. Look how quick that was. Effortless. And then, of course, what I tell you about is yards after catch, but check out the route itself here. Comes him, boom, gives him the outside stab, jerks it back to the inside. Nasty. Look at the separation anxiety right here. A lot of social distancing being practiced, I noticed, by Ole Miss this game, too, and by Florida for that matter, but we'll get to that here in a second. But look at that. Boom. Yards after catch. Showing the explosiveness, spreading them out, using your athletes in space. Love it. All right, one more game here on Kadarius Toney. Got a breach here. It looked like it was Stuart Reese with a breach. But look at this. Trash off his back foot. Boom. Made two people miss. Right? Physicality. A lot of physicality from Kadarius Toney. I'm telling you, man. Lower that pad level. Two people. Look at the lower body strength. Your man Savage in that weight room, literally. Let's go. All right, check this out right here. Your man checkmate Kyle Pitts, no matter where you put him at, is checkmate. Going against Keydron Smith here is a very athletic cornerback. Check out this battle here. Look at him get back to the inside. Just to set him up, right? Setting him up. Like, this guy moving to wide receiver, right? There's a lot of guys and kids that I've been around and stuff like that. They're so set on playing one position that I think they limit themselves and limit their career trajectory. Kyle Pitts moving to tight end, man, it's one of the best things that you'll see, man. He should be a top 10 pick, right? He may not have been that at wide receiver. Check this out. Outside approach, just to get him leaning to the inside on Smith here. Work it back to the inside. Got the subtle transition here. Not having to push off, but using your strength and using the momentum against himself, and he's able to fight through this, right? So obviously this is pass interference, a hold or something like that, but it doesn't matter. He's too damn strong. Too damn strong. Shows him the numbers. Always a hands catcher. Big-ass dude getting some separation out there on a cornerback. This guy is a cornerback, right? So he was out there matched up with a cornerback. That's some good shit. All right, this time going against your boy Jalen Stanley. Stanley's a big dude, right? About 220-something pounds, 6'2", but look at this. Boom. Hit him with the rhythm step, fight the two-hand jam, leave yourself enough room on the outside for the fade. It's all gravy. Trash putting it exactly where it needed to be. I'm not sure what Stanley right here was concerned about as far as the penalty goes. All right, so Stanley shooting he didn't shoot a two-hand jam, right? He shot the wrong hand. That's what he did, right? What Stanley needed to do, of course, was get that left hand to the shoulder pad and then ride it to get himself in the position, right? You're using this as just a range finder to get yourself in position. But now you get yourself off balance, having to flip your hips and using the wrong hand. Pick's already starting to track right here. He knows he's left himself enough room, especially with the numbers. It was a numbers grip here, pretty much. Looked like it's more of a divider alignment. So he's aligned in the divider space there, but leave himself enough room, and Kyle Trask putting it where it needs to be. You cannot deal with the Trask at hand. Touchdown. Checkmate. All right, y'all, this is going to have to be the last one right here because I know how people are, especially Florida fans, right? 30 seconds into the shit, they already in the comment section commenting away. I'm on some great job, great content. Watch 30 seconds, didn't even watch nothing of it. Like I'm dumb. Like, come on, man, don't do that to yourself. But it's going to have to be in because I want to kind of double back later on in the week and really focus in on the defense. And I don't want this shit to be 80 minutes long because the defense was horrific. But I will say this, right? Sean Davis is one of the guys who I'm counting on the most for a Florida defense. He was out. Brad Stewart is another guy who didn't play, who I'm counting on. Two guys in the back end, and you saw a lot of the shit was in the middle of the field where those guys could be very impactful. So take that for what it's worth. But to me, it still was bad, right? So it's something that you definitely have to keep an eye on. But Ole Miss is one of these teams you guys better check for. Still elite offensive personnel, and it's an elite offensive coach directing those guys. So it could be a blip on the radar screen. We'll have to see with the next game. I'm not sure who they have coming up next. But if I don't get back to it, I'm sorry. But be patient with your boy. Obviously, I'm taking on a lot here, doing the NFL and doing a little college as well. So, all right, on this one right here, imagine this, man. You getting vertical results off a damn guy off the wing running a skinny post, right? You got Trayvon Grimes out here also getting vert. You got a potential dump off right here on a bubble to Kadarius Toney, and then you have Jacob Copeland on a corner route, right? So stressing them vertically, but being able to do it on the inside like this was phenomenal to me, right? Kyle Trask doing this pretty much where it needs to be at. Look at that. He kind of feathers it right there, right? Kind of an all-arm throw right there and still gets it there. I would like to see him really drive off this, right, and kind of Drew Brees this. Maybe it doesn't have to be as high. You can lead him out a little bit further. But, hey, it got there. And, of course, 40 yards, Kyle Pitts. Stiff arm. That stiff arm was nasty. Look at that. Boom. Mini concussion right there. So, right, you ever tried to run 30 yards with a mini concussion? That dude didn't know where he was at, right? He's running and shit. He think he's running to his grandma's house. The street lights is on. He got to get to grandma's house like that. Kyle Pitts pulls away, and that's all she wrote. So, all right, man, y'all heard the spill. Double back with your boy. Hopefully I can come back later in the week and get on the defense. But until then, peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.